We're watching the greatest counter-revolution in some 90 years. We have not seen any president try to radically change the political calculus and the nature of government since FDR did it during the New Deal. Donald Trump is winning on all of these social and cultural issues. People are angry about this counter-revolution for two reasons. It's succeeding, and it's succeeding beyond anybody's wild expectations because it's working. There's another reason why they're angry. We're going to see in the next year a frenzy, a frantic, almost out-of-mind reaction from the left. Brace yourself. We're looking at the resistance coming up to the counter-revolution, and it's going to be fierce and unhinged. Hello, this is Victor Davis Hanson for the Daily Signal. We're watching the greatest counter-revolution in some 90 years. We have not seen any president try to radically change the political calculus and the nature of government since FDR did it from the left during the New Deal of the mid-1930s. And what do I mean by that? Donald Trump closed the border. Nobody thought he could. He closed it. He has now deported over 100,000 criminal illegal aliens, and 1 million have self-deported of all statuses who were here illegally. He's basically declared war on DEI, and he's winning that argument. He has barred biological males from competing in women's sports. He has full public support for doing that, and he's making enormous inroads. The universities are rushing and competing with each other to cut a deal with Donald Trump and to agree to not gouge the federal government on federal grants through their surcharges of way over 40 or 50%. To follow civil rights legislation in the Supreme Court and not discriminate by race or gender as they do in admissions, hiring, promotion, and tenure, and to be disinterested and be fair and follow, as I said, free speech canons and the Bill of Rights on campus. What am I getting at? This isn't that Donald Trump is winning on all of these social and cultural issues. Abroad, we see that Iran no longer poses a nuclear threat for the immediate future, that Israel's enemies, whether Hezbollah or Hamas or Houthis, are in disarray or are severely attrited. Iran is no longer a threat to the Gulf states or Israel, at least for the immediate future, and we see some progress with the Ukrainian war. People are angry about this counter-revolution for two reasons. It's succeeding, and it's succeeding beyond anybody's wild expectation. Naysayers, the Wall Street Journal news page, said we would be in a recession now. The tariffs would cause a trade war. We would see the stock market collapse. The opposite has happened. $15 trillion of foreign investment promised and $300 billion in tariff revenue anticipated. We don't know the eventual effects of these new tariffs, but for now, all of our economists who predicted gloom and doom were wrong. All of our cultural critics who said the universities would be destroyed by Donald Trump, that he would arrest innocent people who just happened to forget to get a visa, he wouldn't go after criminals, they are wrong too. So people are angry about this counter-revolution because it's working. But there's another reason why they're angry. He's not addressing the symptoms as he did in the first administration. He doesn't have people around him as he did in the first administration. A Rex Tillerson, a Bill Barr, good man, but a Bill Barr was not on the MAGA agenda. Jim Mattis, people like Anonymous, Omaroso, all of these people who thought that they knew better than Donald Trump, and they would either stop what he was trying to do or reinterpret what he was trying to do. In other words, he has a team that is devoted to his counter-revolution and, more importantly, to the symptoms of the progressive project. The symptoms of the progressive project are not just the Democrats exercising power in Congress or holding the White House. It's how they get that power. And they get that power through PBS and NPR, now defunded. cable news and slanted network news now under assault when they lie and defame and face court ramifications. The universities that indoctrinate people now facing large fines, tax on their endowments, a renewed way of a new government attention toward student loans, $1.7 trillion program, surcharges, as I said, and segregation on campus in dorms, graduation ceremonies. The universities are now under scrutiny. We're seeing the Department of Education itself being questioned. And I mentioned before, in addition to education and the media, Donald Trump is attacking the very idea that residency is synonymous with citizenship. That if you came here illegally, if you reside illegally, then you are eventually going to face a deportation. Even if you have not been a violent criminal, and even if not, you haven't been served with deportation papers. So what he's trying to do is tell the American people that the left exercises power even when they do not control government, any branch of government, and they exercise power even though on most of the issues, if not all of them, their constituency is only 40%. The majority of the American people oppose their agenda, and they do this through the bureaucracies, through the media, through the universities, through the popular culture, and these are the very sources that Donald Trump is asking them to reform. And the government is going to shrink. The government's going to get out of the media business. The government's going to take a hard look at universities who want and obtain federal funds, and we're going to see the counter-revolution, I think, succeed. With one caveat, we're going to see in the next year a frenzy, a frantic, almost out-of-mind reaction from the left, because they know that if this counter-revolution succeeds, it'll be very difficult for them to push down an unpopular agenda down the throat of the American people. So brace yourself. We're looking at the resistance coming up to the counter-revolution, and it's going to be fierce and unhinged. Thank you very much. This is Victor Davis Hanson for the Daily Signal. Thank you for tuning in to the Daily Signal. Please like, share, and subscribe to be notified for more content like this. You can also check out my own website at victorhanson.com and subscribe for exclusive features in addition.
Many Americans are unaware that behind the scenes, the technical backbone of the financial system is decades out of date, many, many years out of date. You know that. Paul and others are straightening it out, but payments and money transfers are costly and take days or even weeks to clear. Under this bill, the entire ancient system will be eligible for a 21st century upgrade using the state-of-the-art crypto technology. Who would have thought we would have been saying that 2 years after?
We started to talk here about every human wants to be successful, and there's not a man in the room that doesn't. And I want you to know that it's God's desire for you to be successful. What wires you for that aspiration is your godlikeness. You're designed to succeed. You're not designed to fail. You are designed to succeed. It's there. It's already there. Success is predictable and failure is predictable. We're going to talk a lot about that because of laws and principles. They are the key to your success. Laws are predictable. Laws are the condition. Once the conditions are met for a law, it works. And that's why you call it a law. And so laws and principles are the key to the predictability of success, and your lack of obedience to laws and principles are your guarantee to failure. So they're both predictable. And then we said, number 4 here, life is designed for you to succeed. And God has put everything in this earth for you to succeed. When he gave man dominion over the earth, he built into the system all the abilities for man to succeed in his domain. So life is designed for you to succeed. 5 there, God is committed to your success. God wants you to succeed. I think I talked to you last week about the brand. You know, when BMW or Audi or Rolls Royce or whatever stick their label on the car and put it in the showroom, they've already built into it all that they tell you it can do and it can be. It's already there. It's already tested. And success is already built into you and I. So God is committed to your success. It's good for God. And we are of the God class. Your success is good for God. I made that statement. I know some of you looked at me and think, well, when you understand this, it'll make a difference, particularly in your prayer life. There's like, go to Psalm 23 for a minute. Psalm 23. Psalm 23. Somebody read, well, you can start off, read verses 1, 2, and 3.
Nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. He guides me along the right paths for his name's sake.
He guides me along those paths for what?
For his name's sake.
For his name's sake. Your reputation is good for God. And for you to do well is a good advert for God.
I've been in this game for a while, and let me tell you, blockchain is changing everything. We're not just talking about a new technology here. We're talking about a complete paradigm shift in how we build and preserve wealth. Today, we're diving deep into how selected blockchain protocols, guided by the Risk Mitigation Framework, or RMF, are opening up unprecedented opportunities for generational wealth building. This isn't just another get-rich-quick scheme. This is about understanding the future of finance. The Risk Mitigation Framework isn't just some fancy term thrown around by suits. It's the backbone that's allowing big players, I'm talking Fortune 500 companies and major financial institutions, to finally get serious about blockchain. This framework addresses everything from technology and governance to security and continuity. It's what's bridging the gap between the wild west of crypto and the buttoned-up world of traditional finance. Now let's talk protocols. Hedera, or HBAR, is positioned right at the forefront of real-world asset tokenization. We're seeing major institutional partnerships with names like BlackRock and Fidelity. This isn't small potatoes, folks. Then there's Ripple's XRP. It's revolutionizing cross-border payments. When you've got partnerships with DTCC and regulatory clarity improving, you know you're onto something big. Cardano, with its ADA token, is bringing academic rigor to the blockchain space. It's not just about quick gains. It's about building sustainable, secure solutions that can stand the test of time. Avalanche, or AVAX, is tackling the scalability issue head-on with its subnet structure. This is the kind of innovation that's going to allow institutions to adopt blockchain at scale without compromising on security or efficiency. You know, investing in blockchain, it's not about throwing all your money at the latest hype. It's about strategic allocation. I'm talking about putting anywhere from 5% to 15% of your portfolio into these protocols we've discussed. But remember, this isn't financial advice. You've got to adjust based on your own risk tolerance and how well each protocol aligns with the RMF. Now, let's not forget about Chainlink. This isn't just another blockchain. It's the glue that holds a lot of this ecosystem together. With its Oracle services ensuring data integrity and partnerships with giants like Swift, Chainlink is becoming an absolutely critical component of blockchain infrastructure. Listen, we're standing at the edge of a financial revolution. Blockchain adoption, guided by RMF standards, isn't just an opportunity. It's a clear pathway to building sustainable generational wealth. This isn't about getting rich overnight. It's about positioning yourself for the long game. As always, do your own research, stay informed, and don't invest more than you can afford to lose. The future is blockchain, and the time to understand it is now.